Eric, so now we've discussed the basics related to business valuation. Let's talk about pass-through entities. What exactly is a pass-through entity?
Well, it's funny. I had this conversation with my parents the other day. My father's 88, my mom's 85, and they were very excited that I was writing a book. And I presented to them, and I showed them the different sections in the acknowledgement. They're very pleased, and they were all excited. And then they closed the book, and they saw the title, Valuing Pass-Through Entities, and they said, "What's a pass-through entity?" So the way I explained it to them was, number one, it has nothing to do with your bowels. It's not a pass-through in that sense. What it is it's the type of company where there's no income tax paid at the entity level. Rather, the revenues, expenses, and all of the other tax attributes pass through to the owners. That contrasts with a C corporation. Public companies are typically C corporations, where there is a tax at the entity level. And there's a second tax when dividends are paid out of the company and received by the shareholders. So with a pass-through entity, there's one level of taxation at the owner level. With a C corporation, you have two.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about the differences between taxation of a C corporation and that of a pass-through entity. So how prevalent are pass-through entities?
Well, it's quite prevalent. Annually, the IRS releases data on all sorts of different data, including the number of federal forms 1065, 1120S, and 1120 forms that are filed. 1065 is partnerships and LLCs, 1120S is S corporations, and 1120s are C corporations. And the statistics show a very clear and consistent trend, and that is there are more and more pass-through entities in the form of LLCs, partnerships, and S corporations than C corporations being filed each year. And the number of pass-through entities keeps growing. For the year ended 2012, 78% of all entities that file U.S. federal income tax returns are pass-through entities.